So value stream. Wherever there is a product for customer, there is a value stream. Pizza stream, burger stream, and all that is spoken. We will talk about how to use this value stream, how to see the value and differentiate value from the waste, and how to eliminate this waste also. So we defined like this, all the actions currently required to bring the product or service through. Design flow is, design value stream is concept to launch, and production is from raw material to finished product. Okay. So in some books, they define like this, is a fundamental technique of lean, defined as the process of directly observing flow of material and information and detailing the relationship between them visually and envisioning the future with improved performance. IF, which is information flow, MF, which is material flow, and TL, which is the timeline. These are the three components of value stream. So we will see how to create this value stream, how to identify waste, how to do the value stream, future value stream, and how to identify the gaps. But as I told you, this is a visual representation of the information flow, process flow, material flow. Process flow also has material flow. Material flows through the process. So let us have only three components, which is information flow, material flow, and the timeline. So we'll identify opportunity. So the first sight of it might scare you, but once I explain with two case studies, you'll be very clear about how it is. So you need to identify the high leverage value streams. What is high leverage value streams? If you're in electronic industry, maybe RF might be one value stream. If you are in biscuit industry, or if you are in food processing industry, biscuits might be one value stream, or chocolates can be one value stream, and so on and so forth. Or if you have a simple restaurant, dosa, idlis, dosa can be one value stream. The chapatis can be one value stream. Or if you're in a Subway or something, burger can be one value stream, or pizza can be a value stream, and so on and so forth. Next, very important in value stream is to identify customer requirements. Identification of customer requirement is extremely important in value stream. What is his demand? What is the frequency? What is the minimum order quantity of the customer? And so on and so forth. Then process steps. If you see here, there are two components in the process steps: process flow and material flow. Below the process step is the process parameters. We will go into the depth in the next session. So here we have process step and what are the process parameters. A process is identified with various parameters. What are those parameters? You will have cycle time, changeover time, run time, waste. There are n number of parameters. We'll have to choose those parameters which matters to us in our typical business. So next, inventory. Inventory is represented by this triangle like this. Then we need to identify the movements, how the raw material is transported. Like you have a truck symbol here, from the supplier it comes. Then information flows, seventh step. There is a production control department, there is a material requirement planning. From there, information is going into each and every process. Then finally, in the timeline, you will have the lead time and the cycle times. Lead time is calculated, the total time that it takes to go through this product. And you will have in days you can convert into seconds, and so on and so forth. And finally, you write the author and team. This is a high level indication of the different steps. Now we will go into deeper, just a helicopter view. We'll have to land now into the detail of each and every place. Let's go to the next. So from there, in companies, we can notice, once you do, we discuss with the teams and we say, hey, look at this. It is not that people don't know. We are writing what we know, but through this, two things, we represent visually, we come to an agreement on the facts at one single place, end to end. The material flows, the process flow, the information flow, and the timeline. And we talk about and say, hey, look at this. Here is what we want to, like, for example, when there is a flood in the city, we'll say that, okay, here is what you need to save some people. Here is what you will have to drain some water. Here is what probably, you'll have to patch up some road for moving people, okay, and so on and so forth. It's like high level view. We decide, okay, here is what we do, change over time reductions. Here is what we can combine the steps and try to do some cellular concepts. Here is where the uptime we'll have to increase. Okay, here is where the cycle times we'll have to reduce, and so on and so forth. So you will have opportunities for improvement. And then we'll have the future state. In future state, you'll have all the symbols. Don't get scared of the symbol. Now I'll share with you the book called Learning to See, which is one of the first book explain the uptime. Downtime is when machine is not running. Uptime is when it is up and running. And if you see different books, okay, value stream mapping roadmap. So we have the current state value stream mapping. You have you identify the kaizens, like what I've done. Then what is the future? How, like, people who visited China would know the Pudong Tower, where the Shanghai Tower, as they call, right? Where one of the largest towers in the world, where they have put the Pudong city before and after, okay, how it was a village and how it is there now. I don't know how many of you have seen that. So similarly, they saw the future, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, how this village is going to look like, and hence Pudong was born. So similarly, we also see the future process, how it is going to be. That's a future state value stream mapping. Then we will identify, okay, we'll prioritize the projects. We'll do the prioritize the project. I will explain about this matrix, cause and effect matrix. But let us say, for the simplest understanding, that we will evolve projects, we will prioritize the project, and at least a 6 months future state value stream mapping, and then we will have an improvement plan like this. This is the roadmap for value stream mapping. Now we'll dive deep into every one of that. So value stream improvement plan is nothing but a documented execution plan. This is what company wants, right? They want, okay, show me the plan, okay, to achieve the future state. There are different components. You have the prioritized improvement activity in the form of projects, and you have very clear assigned team support, the party who are assigned to this project duration, everything is very clear in this, measurable goals are clear. And it's also a tool. It's one page, like a Gantt chart, we call it, to communicate how you're going to execute this project. So before I dive deep into the value stream, I want to give some tips and hints for success light. Since it was so heavy, I want to make it a little lighter. And this is very subjective from what I've got from some books, okay? Make sure that the structure is very clear. The team is very well defined, okay? We have a value stream owner, the one who knows the value stream owner is the one who knows the entire product. Suppose if you're in a restaurant, okay, if you want to improve the value stream of the chapati family or the dosa family, he must be the person who should know the entire process, right from procurement to the delivery. Okay, he should know the entire process and the information flow, how the information is flowing. Okay, and generally such a person will report to the leader, who have necessary influence to make the change happen. He has got the authority. He's a people guy who can make that happen. So that's the value stream owner. In books, some books it's written as value stream managers also. Okay. Then sensei. Who is a sensei? Sensei is a person who teaches, right? A teacher in Japanese, an expert teacher. You can learn from him. Then process experts. Now we are getting into, because the process flows and the material flows in the process, we have process experts, people who are doing the work. So roles. So these are the typical roles. We'll get into the deeper roles. Many books define much more than roles, but I want to give a very simplistic. These are all some study notes for you. So when you have a future state map, I will teach you how to break the implementations into steps or loops, the stage by stage improvements, how to do that, how to create a plan, a project goals, metrics, and all the checkpoints. Then we will see, how to cut productions, how to prevent overproduction and improve flow. Most important thing as a behavioral dynamic is you should try, you should fail, you should learn.